Hey guys, the 30 days went really well, and I'm frustrated I didn't make a video about it until now. I've lagged quite a bit. There's been a lot of things going on, but it was a success. I didn't take the massive action that I was motivated about, but what I did is I finished. I did everything that I needed to. I did one thing at least 10 minutes every night for the 30 days. And later, this is what we've come up with. This is Sophie's bedroom. We got the crown up, we got the base molding on. All we lack is some of the window trim around there. We got the ceiling fan in, so the room's lit up now. It looks good. It's really good. It's really clean looking. It's the best room in the house, literally. And the little white spots that you see on the wall is some touch-ups. I've already put 2 coats of paint on. So this is me putting primer on. I fixed the corner down here a little bit more. That's drywall. No, actually, I put primer on that. It needs a little bit more touch up and put some of that painter's filler on there. I don't know, but I'm going to close the 30-day journey out and say it was a success. I got quite a bit of kindling done, and there's actually a lot more in the shop now. And so there's the kindling, there's little things that if I couldn't work on the room, because working on this room, I found out is you got to pull your tools out, work on the room, and then put your tools back up. So I said, I'm not pulling tools out unless I'm spending 3 hours with them, and then I'm putting them back in the van. And so it's actually turned out quite to be a success from doing that, because once the 10 minutes kicked in, I realized I don't have enough time to work on the room every night. Pull the tools out, work on the room, put them back. So that's what I did. Is I went outside, I worked on kindling, and I didn't want to do that. But I said, it's 10 o'clock at night. I don't feel like doing it. Even now, it's 11 o'clock at night, and I didn't feel like closing it out. So, but I'm working on discipline aspect. There's things that the Lord is calling me to work on. This is one of them. And so we're closing out the 30-day journey to organization. It was a success, and as you can see, we've come a long way since, and even out in the shop, there's a ton of work that we've put in out there to getting it organized as well. And just in my brain, I'm always thinking of ways to organize and succeed. This morning, I got 2 chainsaws working. The other day, I cleaned up some more stuff around the sawmill. Everything is like right now in an organized state of chaos almost. And let me try to put that in layman's terms for you. In my shop, there's a pile of sandpaper. There is, the trash is here. Outside the building, there's scrap metal and some wood that has nails in it. Just the wood with nails. I don't know if I'm going to pull the nails out or just throw them in a fire or something. I'll probably just throw them in a fire because there's just too much more to deal with. Oh yeah, out in the lean-to, all the pressure treated wood was just kind of mixed together. So what I did was pull out all the wood and put it with like wood, like 2x8s or 2x8s here, 2x6s there, 2x4s, 1x4s, 1x6s, 4x4s, 6x6s, etc., etc., etc. I did do that, so that's more organized now. I got rid of a lot of trash out there. I've even started cleaning up the tree line. I got another chainsaw in the shop right now, waiting on an ignition coils test, because 3 weeks ago I bought an ignition coil, and it wasn't, like it worked. And it worked the same day I was using the sawmill. And so, it was a funny story actually I'm going to tell you. I had cut off some nubs that weren't going to fit in the sawmill dimensions, and what was it, maybe, and 30 minutes later, I needed the chainsaw because I was pushing the mill through. There's a little piece that didn't fit in the sawmill, and so the sawmill just kept bumping against it, and I couldn't cut any further. So I backed the sawmill up a little bit, and you couldn't back it out any further because the cut it had made had gone in so far that the weight of the slab on top of it had pinched the blade. So I couldn't pull it back because I would damage the blade. So I just pulled it back as much as I could, and I took the chainsaw. I was trying to start it, would not start. Brand new ignition coil, and it would not start. That's so frustrating. So I had to set it off to the side, and I was trying to figure out how to make the other chainsaws work. I'm like, customers are coming right now, so I've got to figure out how to make this work, because this is it was almost literally one of my last cuts to make before I was done. I can just make a chainsaw work just like that. Like this morning, it took me a couple hours just to figure out how to make them work, and pull the carburetor out, tighten up spark plug, clean the spark plugs, clean the air filter, just generally clean the area of the chainsaw. Made like a little throttle switch that goes from the trigger to the carburetor that controls the RPMs and the speed of the blade. Made one of those today. That's pretty cool. But that's how long it would have taken. I didn't have a couple hours. I knew it was going to take a while. What I ended up doing is getting a splitting maul and going to town on this oak log and just chipping away. It's like a piece, maybe 3 inches, I was just going at it. That didn't really work, so I took a hatchet. Hatchet didn't. No, actually the hatchet was used trying to get the blade out. So the hatchet was stuck inside the slab that was weighing on the blade. And so what I wound up using is I went to the van. I got a power planer, just power planed like 2 or 3 inches off the side of that piece of oak, and it still had trouble getting through, but it made it, by golly. Yeah, but once that slab got loose, the hatchet was loose, and the blade was good to go. So the sawmill worked. But the sawmill is down again. It's bogging. Like every time you turn the switch to turn the sawmill on, the machine bogs down, the engine bogs down. So I'm trying to figure out what's going on, guys. I'm serious. There's a spiritual attack going on only with our equipment. I've discovered that, so nobody's getting hurt, praise the Lord. But equipment is breaking down, and it's stressful because I've got deadlines to make. I've got people who need services and work and products that we offer, and things are not working, and it's frustrating. And it's also financially stressful as well. So that's where I'm at. That's why that's kind of like why I did the 30-day organization. I did 75 hard, and that's kind of like where I got the idea from. 75 hard requires you to do certain things. It's from Andy Frisella. Great program, and it instills discipline inside of you. So I kind of wanted to take the 30-day organization on that kind of journey to say, for 10 minutes every day, you've got to do this or you fail the day. And so that's what 75 hard is about in a lot of areas. But focused on organization, we got it done, we got it finished. Finish was the word for 2021. We got it done. Consistency is the word for 2022. So we're being consistent in doing things. And that's what this is about. And so I'm closing out the video. I'm finishing what I should have finished back in 2021, but I'm finishing it anyway. It doesn't matter if it's 2022. I'm finishing it. So learn from my mistakes, guys. That's why I'm making these videos. I'm just being vulnerable with you guys to a point. But room looks good. It's going to be done here soon. Kesta's working on. My wife's working on. She's already stripped the paint off of the old window trim. And we're going to paint it here soon when I get the paint for it. But take care. Be organized, because God is a God of order. Cleanliness is next to godliness. That's what we're working towards here. We're already clean. We're just getting in a organized state, a healthy state of cleanliness that doesn't stress me out when I think about the things that need to be done, because I know I'm doing the things that I need to do to get there. And I'm not as stressed because I know I'm doing them to get to that place that my mind tells me that I need to be, aka the Spirit speaking to me is like, bro, you need to get organized. Like, here's how we're going to do it. I'm like, okay, like, roger that. Let's go. Lead the way, dude. I mean, Spirit, can I call Jesus, dude? I don't know. Seems pretty cool. Anyway, love you guys. Live free, stand firm, be high caliber.